Every once in a while, you're asked a question about like how many zeros or something does a certain relationship have, and you don't even need to graph it in order to figure out the answer. So if we look at this particular relationship, and it tells us that it has two zeros, how can we figure that out? Well, in this case, the relationship is given to us in vertex form. And because it's given to us in vertex form, we can figure out the A, the H, and the K value. So we know the A value is -2. The H value is +3, and the K value is +8. Okay, so that means that the vertex, which is the HK value, the vertex is at 3, 8. So if I wanted to just quickly graph this, I'm not even going to be particularly accurate, I know that the vertex is at 3, 8, so it's somewhere up here. Okay, and because it's a parabola, because we know it's a parabola, it's got a squared piece in there, so that's a quadratic relationship, and all quadratic relationships are in the form of a parabola. The other really useful thing to know about this is that the A value is negative. Because the A value is negative, that means that it's going to open downward. So in this case, it could open like this, and so therefore you would end up with a 0 here and a 0 there. I don't exactly know where they are right off the bat, but I know that they do have two zeros based on just simply where the vertex is and the direction of opening. So let's take a look at these questions here. It says, how many zeros would the following relations happen to have? Well, for us, the first example is given in standard form. Okay, and so since this is in standard form, we can figure actually out what the zeros are going to be. So we know that because this the B value is, if we rewrite this, we'd end up with y is equal to x squared plus 0x plus 4. So this is actually going to be x minus 2, x plus 2. And so therefore, because this particular example, since the b value is 0, the zeros are going to be the square root of the c value. So in this case, we know we actually have two zeros. So we've got one that is +2, and the other one is -2. So those are the zeros. Okay, and so there's two zeros in this respect. Okay, in the second example, it tells us that, again, it gives us the equation in vertex form of the parabola. So again, let's quickly identify what our AHK values are going to be. So our A value is +3, our H value is +5, and our K value is +1. So that means that the vertex is actually at 5, 1, and the direction of opening is up. So if I quickly draw that, this is my parabola, okay, I know that in this particular instance, my vertex is going to be somewhere over here, and because the A value is positive, it's going to open up. So therefore, I actually have no zeros at all. So this particular relationship has no zeros. The last point, again, it's given to us in the vertex form. And so we can again identify our A value, which is -2. Our H value is -4, and our K value is -7. So the vertex is -4, -7. Okay, and the A value is negative, so it opens down. So if I just quickly graph it, since the vertex is, say somewhere down here, and since it opens down, I know that this also has no zeros. Okay, so that's just something to be aware of as you're going through. I mean, you're going to get situations from time to time where you actually have no zeros, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means that that particular parabola does not cross the x-axis at any point.